It's Monday, so that means The Oval is brand new with hot topics, entertainment news, and a special guest. With a table of diverse, young, SUNY Oneonta students, The Oval always brings you controversial perspectives. Get ready to hear Oval opinions from our hosts, Marleny Ramirez, Terrell Rose, Sean Miller, Bhanu Gaur, Ruth Benitez, and Asia Garris.
Hello and welcome to The Oval. This is our very last episode of the season and we're very excited for our final discussion. The hot topics tonight will focus on the White House Correspondents' Dinner, the Time's Up movement pushing for the boycott of R. Kelly, and cultural appropriation claims against a high school girl wearing a traditional Chinese dress to prom. The discussion will then be followed by a performance by the specialists. So let's get started. The White House Correspondent Dinner. So there's a trend every single year. There's a comedian, jokes are made. Michelle Wolf was there this year, and she really roasted.
She cooked them.
Yeah.
Flame on.
You know what? Michelle Wolf's comedy isn't for me per se, but I think she did it. You know, she went out there. She had the jokes planned. She made fun of everyone: liberals, Democrats, Republicans, conservatives. These are the same words over and over again. But you know, as long as she had fun with it, I don't think she meant to, you know, really like attack anybody, come for anybody that day. But some people got offended by it, and that's a shame.
I mean, she attacked somebody who was on the stage,
Right.
And I feel like I was cringing throughout the whole thing because I mean I don't think Michelle Wolf is funny to begin with, but I don't think she.
What?
I don't think she was wrong.
It wasn't a smooth delivery.
Yeah, I don't think she was wrong in saying what she did say, but I do know like it was very uncomfortable to watch. So I could only imagine being on that stage and being like.
Here's my piece about it. Remember last week when I said if people aren't gonna take the time to actually go out and say what's wrong with people, especially our politicians, she's doing this in a hilarious way. She's just doing it in a fun way. She's calling them out. So
yeah, but
why not?
Well, the thing about Michelle Wolf's comedy is very like politically haha funny. It's not very haha funny. It's politically haha. So like what it is it's you know it's also really dry sometimes.
Yeah.
This is like when she delivers a joke, you can kind of hear it in her voice, the way she tells it. It's got its own delivery, which doesn't really bode well for something like this, where maybe a more lighthearted tone would have helped.
Well, I think it's important to know as well that the reason why this dinner even happens in the first place, people get to exercise their First Amendment right, freedom of speech. They get to say whatever they want to say. Journalists are invited. And I feel like she's free to say whatever she wants. I'm not attacking her for that. I just didn't think it was funny. That's
Right.
Yeah, it wasn't that entertaining, but I guess the politicians have to take what's thrown at them. And Donald wasn't there.
For the second year in a row, because he's
Donald
a coward.
wasn't there. We're on first name basis with Donald.
Yeah. You know, my main man Donnie.
Trump's America.
You know?
So a lot of people were attacking Michelle Wolf and saying that she shouldn't have said that. It was inappropriate, and even though it's in celebration of your First Amendment right, she crossed the line. Do you think she crossed the line?
No, she's a comedian. She's gonna cross a ton of boundaries every single time she goes up there anyways, because I don't know, that's just what comedians do. They cross boundaries to see what makes people laugh, to see what tests people, what makes people tick, you know, and that's what she was doing. That's what she's there for. People just kind of have to take it.
Yeah. No. Yeah, I agree with that.
That's true.
Yeah.
She said her piece. Like you can't tell someone you can't say whatever you want.
Yeah,
you know?
and I don't think
rights.
yeah, exactly. And I don't even think what she said was a complete lie. She was
everything was the truth.
It's meant to be comedic art.
Maybe
She's just reporting on the times in her
agreed.
perspective.
We have to take a short break, but we will be right back.
Hey guys, it's Brooke, and we're live in the Oval's Greenroom, and today we have the specialist.
Yeah!
Thank you guys for coming.
Of course. Great. Thanks for having us. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much.
Alright, let's get down to business.
Please.
Tell us your names, what instruments you guys play, and a fun fact.
Okay, my name is Will, and I play the guitar, and I sing, and I play a lot of keyboards in all of our recordings on the Specialist, and other sorts of things, lyricist, and man, a fun fact about me?
Yes.
Wow.
Fun fact?
Do I have a fun fact? I really enjoy chewing toothpicks while I write my poetry.
He loves chewing
Chewing
toothpicks.
toothpicks.
Yeah, when I write
All
poetry,
day, actually.
especially when I write poetry, though. That's important.
That's cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What about you?
I'm the bass player and producer of the Specialists.
Cool.
I also play some keys on the stuff, and I do a little background singing, but
Yeah, he sings. he
my
sings.
voice doesn't compare to this guy right here.
Don't sell this guy short.
It needs a bit more pitch correction, if you will. A fun fact, I love Super Smash Bros., the video game.
Oh,
Yeah, like when they're on the platform and, you know, there's all the Mario characters. Yeah,
lit.
that stuff.
Cool.
Alright, so I'm dying to know. Where did you guys come up with the name Specialist? Is like a meaning behind it, or?
Honestly, well, last year, we had, before we were just the Specialists, we had a project with our other friends called Deep Sea Specialist. And that was a really experimental live music project.
Just like a jam project.
Yeah.
Just like improvised.
Very, very improvisational, and that name, just Deep Sea Specialist, was just something I thought of like a while back, and I just log names for things on my phone. I just have like a whole list of names for ideas and things I could use for inspiration sometimes. So I just picked that name, and then when we weren't playing with the drummer, we just decided to be me and him.
We just cut off Deep Sea.
Cut off Deep Sea, and we're like, Specialist, it's cool.
Specialist is really cool. I like it.
Thank you, yeah.
And
The Specialists of groove and funk.
Yeah, like, we specialize in certain things.
Yeah.
Specialist in music.
Oh,
Music, of course, exactly.
Specifically the groove.
Specifically,
Groove.
yes.
I like it.
Uh-huh.
Alright, well, you guys heard it here first. Love yourself, love your music. We'll be right back. Now back to the Oval.
Back, and we're ready to talk about the Time's Up movement boycotting R. Kelly. So this has been happening for a very long time, since 1994. That's when the first allegations were brought against R. Kelly. And I'm just really surprised that this is even still happening. Like, why hasn't he been canceled, you know?
Yeah.
Well, first, ooh, I'm so sorry.
You're good.
First things first. Since 1994, he's been like in the media. He's been like a factor in music, and many people just backed him. If you go back to the show called The Boondocks. The Boondocks is a very hilarious show, and one episode they took the liberty of satirizing this whole situation. And what they showed was that the black community, even though he was wrong, they're like, he's wrong, but we're still gonna support him.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the biggest problem that of this is that the black community supports him, even though like it's wrong. No one supports the black woman, right?
Yeah, that's evident in a lot of cases, like with Clarence Thomas, the Supreme Court Justice, and Anita Hill. Like, he was supported by the black community. Black women, black men backed him, even after, like, there's a documentary on Netflix with Anita Hill, and she was very vocal about this, but I don't want to get sidetracked into that. It's just a matter of where the support lies and how insane, like, it's insane for me to even grasp that there's evidence of this man committing acts of sexual misconduct, and people still pay to see him in concerts. People still buy his music. Like, like, I can't fathom that.
And even he has come out and said that he supports the Time's Up movement, but how can you support a movement when you don't even respect women and have not even been totally, he hasn't done anything to pay for what he did.
Yeah, like I agree with that. The Time's Up movement suggests that the artist, so we're going back to how do you separate the artist's work from the artist, like Harvey Weinstein, all these people that produce artwork basically.
Right.
Do you just stop watching their things, listening to their music? How do you go about this?
There's different ways, and it depends.
A lot of people
on-
were saying the major companies should boycott him, like his record label, RCA, and even Spotify, Apple Music. There was an article I read in Rolling Stone even today. That's what they were saying that they want people to do. Like, they want the big corporations to distance themselves.
Yeah, and do you think that they should?
I think that, yeah, they should. If anything, he's been negatively in the press for too long.
Yeah.
I would say it's a lot more difficult to boycott someone if they have multiple platforms that they reach people. It could be music, it could be film, it could be radio. So if you're gonna boycott, say, music, all right, that's cool, you can boycott that.
But my question is, how do you go about the boycotting? Do we want? So if that song comes on the radio, are you going to switch the radio
because he
station?
also has written a lot of music for other artists that are like Aaliyah. And are we just going to stop supporting her because he wrote her music? Are we going to continue to listen to other people's music that he's possibly helped with?
No, this is an ongoing, I feel like there's no really clear-cut answer to this because even myself, I think he should be completely like out of the media, but there's just no answer to that. We have to take another quick break and we will be right back.
Hey guys, we're back with the specialist.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay guys, so I know there's a lot of different musical styles in your music. What would you, well,
How would we word this? There's different music styles in your music. 3, 2.
hey guys, it's Brooke, back with the specialist.
Yeah.
Hey.
Okay guys, I know there are a lot of different musical styles in your music. What kind of music inspires your sound?
Wow. Everything from rock and roll to hip hop to jazz to, I guess, experimental music. Like I said earlier, we don't like to limit ourselves. What else would you say?
I would think there's mostly like rock.
Mostly rock.
And there's a
Funk.
lot of hip hop though, because before linking up with him, I used to make a lot of beats.
Really?
Yeah,
so you
rap.
like beatbox?
Oh, yeah, I can beatbox. I can't beatbox.
You can freestyle.
I can
Okay.
freestyle. I used to make a lot of beats, so I kind of put that into our music. So it has like a big hip hop backbeat, if you will.
Yeah.
I like that, that's cool.
Yeah.
So what's your songwriting process like?
We just get together. Sometimes I have.
We're business. We
Yeah,
get
we
it
get
done.
together for
we
business.
Get it done.
Sometimes I'll show up with like a serious lyrical idea or like a chord progression that I want to base or a riff I want to base a song off of. And sometimes Mikey comes down with the same.
Yeah.
Or sometimes we have nothing and we just look at
Some of
each
the
other
best
like,
songs are when we have nothing.
what are we gonna write today?
Yeah,
and we
yeah.
just start throwing down. We have a conversation. We start throwing down ideas, and next thing you know, there's just a song in making. It's just there. Yeah.
That's cool. So I know you guys recently put out a video, Party Foul.
Mhm.
What would you guys say was the best part of shooting a video? Or even in the night of shooting a video?
Getting all of our friends together
Just-
to act for us.
So it was like a lot of people?
Yeah, there's a decent amount of people. What was nice, there weren't too many people, so it wasn't like too hard to get shots. You're still going to be efficient about it. But my favorite part of the night, honestly, was we filmed this one shot in the bathroom with we had 4 people in the bathroom. We had someone on the toilet, someone in the bathtub.
Just
and
being
then-
lit.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
enjoying the party. But the shot before it, we just had a hallway packed with people. And we had someone come in. It was just really
Where'd you guys shoot the video?
at my house.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
cool.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, my apartment. So it was cool. I set it up nice. Have cool lights going everywhere. It's fun.
So how long did it take you for guys to do that? Like a long time or?
5 hours.
Yeah, I want to say 5 hours. We
Yeah.
shot
I would say the
6
bulk
to
of-
11. It was like 6 to 11.
Yeah, the bulk of the people were there around
Like 8 to 10. It was
8
like
to 10.
Yeah.
But we were doing shots.
We were doing shots for about 5 hours.
Yeah, 5 hours probably.
That's a long time.
Yeah, but we were having fun. You know, it was a party,
Yeah,
so we were kicking it. You know.
So were you guys behind the scenes and directing too also, or you guys?
Mostly
doing
him.
it?
I leave the direction
I-
to him.
I honestly, I'm also a theater major, so
Oh,
I'm really
cool.
into directing and acting and things. So I actually wrote out a whole list of shots, and I was kind of giving it my director to actor talk, before each shot. This is what I need from you. Look this way. So it was a blast.
It was a good night.
It was
It was a
a
lot
blast.
of
It was a
fun.
blast.
It was a lot of fun.
That was cool. All right, guys, we'll be right back. Stay tuned for Hot Topics.
We are back. So let's talk about cultural appropriation. There was a teenage girl from Utah who wore a traditional Chinese dress to her prom, and this has spurred a lot of controversy. I've seen a lot of tweets back and forth. Some people defending her, saying she can wear what she wants, she looks beautiful, and there were other people saying that's cultural appropriation, that's offensive, you should not do that.
Right. Well, she can wear what she wants, right? She did look great in the dress. I've seen pictures. I'm not there's no question about whether or not she didn't look nice and that she's not a pretty girl. The issue is that she is not respecting a culture that she didn't really know anything about, and the background from the dress she didn't know anything about until probably the person who called her out for it. Mm-hmm. And that's the issue.
You look like you got something to say.
I'm just personally, it's like the culture around prom. Prom now it went from having fun with your friends, recapping the 4 years that you spent with your said friends and classmates to a popularity. Let me see how much I can quote unquote flex on my classmates, because what have I seen throughout this prom season? I've seen a girl come out of a casket, which is highly disrespectful. Highly disrespectful.
But I just think that if you think that's disrespectful, you also have to.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna have.
All right, Terrell. Let me just tell you something right now. there is a fine line between appreciating a culture and appropriating it.
Okay.
Okay, if you're at saying cultural appropriation is not okay in the case where somebody wears dreads or a dashiki who is not black, then you have to stand by that too. You can't just pick and choose who you defend and what cultures are better.
So when fashion designers, big fashion designers do the same thing, make clothes.
Bash those fashion designers.
All right, so why haven't we been doing that?
We have been doing that. Where have you been?
But nobody's boycotting these. You're still buying the products. We're still wearing it. So what's the problem?
No.
Because we're not doing is wearing the products that they do that appropriate the culture, right? We're like, sure.
There's literally huge companies that like have been like they've lost all their business because of this. Like baseball teams have like taken away like the Native American logos. What is it? I don't know. I don't
Cleveland Indians?
Yeah, exactly. Like that's cultural appropriation. You just don't. That's my opinion, Terrell.
All right.
Unfortunately, we have to take another break, but we will be right back with our entertainment news.
Welcome back, catching up with the specialist.
Oh, yes.
All right, guys, let's get back to it. Now, what would you say is a social stigma that society needs to get over?
A social stigma that society needs to get over. Well, I personally think that people should stop repressing their music taste based on social norms. I feel like a lot of people feel like they have to like certain songs.
Like I can't like rock music or metal because it's not
rock music, metal, jazz, anything, country. You know, a lot of people say, "Oh, I like everything but country." You know.
So you feel like there should be no limit, like whatever you like.
Yeah,
doesn't matter.
don't let what everyone else likes
I
determine.
think it's cool to not like something. That's fine.
That's fine, of course.
But it's just when people don't listen to it because they associate it with a certain group of people.
Exactly.
Yeah, but they don't know anything about it.
Yeah, and they're just like, oh, you know, that's like
They don't give it a chance.
And I'm not this.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Like, give everything a chance. Yeah. Listen to everything. Check everything out. No reason not to.
True. Okay, fun time. So, if you were a crayon, what crayon would you want to be?
You go first.
Definitely like a nice kind of like a blue-green, like kind of like a nice like sea color.
Okay,
color
now
of the
why do you
sea.
say that?
Just because blue's been my favorite color for a while, and I just love like water. Like I drink water all the time. I love the ocean. I don't know, just ocean breeze and stuff. Like I feel like I live on an island, so I feel like I'm associated with water. Yeah. Staten Island. But still, it's water.
So, what about you?
Well, I'm colorblind, and I would say the only color I could see purely is blue. But if I was gonna be a crayon, I'd be black because I don't know. I just feel like I dress very simple, and I'm a functional person, and black gets a lot of use.
Black goes with everything, honestly.
Yeah, it goes with everything, and you're gonna use that a lot. Like most of your outlines are gonna be in black, and I just feel like it's a functional crayon. And I can't see the others.
Functional crayon.
So how you dress today?
Yeah, I mean, I'm wearing blue jeans, so I mean, it goes with everything, right?
Okay. All right.
Does it go with everything?
Yeah, but black is like more solid.
Yeah.
So
That's what I thought, right?
you did fine.
I got a little funky for today.
You
A
did
little
good.
funky.
Yeah.
That's all right, guys. Thank you for watching. A special thank you for the specialists.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for their performance, and thank you guys at home for watching.
We are here with our entertainment host, Asia, bringing us our Monday Tea special. So let's get right into it. What's up?
Okay, so I first wanted to start it off by saying congratulations to the TV show The Real for their Emmy win for their daytime show.
Yeah, I love that show.
But in other news, Kanye West has risen from the dead, announcing that he's coming out with new music in June.
4 albums.
I know, right? I know a lot of fans was really excited about this, but it happens to take a turn for the worse when he started tweeting that he agrees with Trump in certain aspects of Make America Great Again. He's even wearing that stupid MAGA hat, which I think is like completely ridiculous. But he's also promoting this whole love everybody and forgiveness and things like that. And like even like to the point where like celebrities now are taking sides, like John Legend and Chrissy. I know Chance the Rapper has even like
People have
commented.
unfollowed him.
Yeah,
Unfollowed
Rihanna
Kanye West.
unfollowed him. Kanye West unfollowed him. Kendrick Lamar unfollowed him.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people like unfollow him. I'm starting to think that he did this like just because of the simple fact that it's already like May and next month his album is supposed to be coming out. I feel like he's just trying to like amp it up.
It's a hell of a marketing plan. Yeah.
I mean, he's married to a Kardashian. Do you think?
I mean, that whole
Yeah,
entire
like,
family is
sparking
very
controversy.
they do things for publicity.
Oh, of course.
But I think that's just not the way to go about.
According to
Well, plenty of things they've done aren't the way to do
Yeah.
it, but they still do it.
Here's the
He
thing.
lost like
Think about
27
this,
million, right?
Asia.
He didn't
You've
lose
been
9
coming
million
on with your
followers.
Monday Tea special so many times this season, and you've been talking about the Kardashians. This is just another like subsector of this. Kanye West is married to Kim Kardashian West, so it's
We're
like
promoting
it's
them
always
by
about
talking
them.
about
It's
them,
always
always.
They
they're
control
always
the world.
stirring up
Yeah,
stuff.
we're just their puppets, honestly.
I said
We're
this.
just-
I mean,
it's
does
their
anybody,
world.
Does anybody smell, you know,
kinda messed up.
it's
gross.
sunken place?
Messed up.
Anybody-
Oh, his house?
He is
Yeah.
tweeted. Yes, it's like
So
completely
minimalistic.
white.
So great. I love it. It's like
I think
it
it's
totally
But
doesn't
then
look like
John
it's
Legend,
the sand
John
from like
Legend
Patrick's
even
house.
reached out to him
Yeah.
through text,
Yeah.
and he like posted
It's like-
the text message on Twitter, and he was like he exposed the conversation.
Well, him and Kanye.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it like ended like it
Really?
wasn't like hostile or whatever. He's like, "Love you, John. Love you, man. Whatever." But I thought that was like super weird. I was
Yeah.
It's
Like,
like,
did
you
you
don't
guys
do
even
that.
see like his comments about his album now? His album is going to be the face of the person that
Yeah,
did
with
the
Wes.
plastic surgery
Wes,
of
yeah.
his mom that who basically killed his mom. Basically, the plastic surgeon.
Was it Jan Adams,
he's-
Dr. Jan Adams?
Yeah.
Or maybe it was something Jan.
Yeah, it was
Donna
something.
West. Donna
Crazy.
West had surgery with this doctor in November of 2007, and she supposedly died the next day.
and he's making an album about it.
No,
His face is gonna be on
his
the
face is the album cover.
Oh,
And it's Love Everybody, all caps.
Yeah, and that's the album. Like I think he's going crazy.
I think he is.
I feel like since his mother passed away, I feel like that's when he like really like made a whole 180 because a 360 he'll be in the same spot.
After 808,
Like,
after 808,
Maybe
Heartbreak.
270.
But then at the same time, it's like he's voicing his opinion.
yeah, and his wife Kim was like, "Oh, he's ahead of his time," and da da da.
I
But
was
I
that
feel
ahead of
like
his time. We're like backtracking.
Yeah.
It's kind of like weird because the things that Kim's like on the totally opposite end of the spectrum, or at least so it appeared. And it's like now it's it's good to defend people who happen to be your spouses, right? But it's like what is she doing? It's like what is she like
Exactly.
playing into?
I wish we could talk about this for longer, but we have to take another quick break, and we'll be right back.
One, two, 1, 2, 3. Get funky. At the end of a night passed by, I walk through the dark and find this room, a strange room, a messy room, a tiny room. For just a brief passing, it's a room with not much to do. It's a place that one can remove his shoes. To always enter this room alone. To always realize I made it home. That's why it's so special to me. It reminds me I made it home safely. That's why it's so special to me. It reminds me I made it home safely.
That's why
It's so special to me. It reminds me I made it home safely. Yeah, that's why it's so special to me. It reminds me I made it
That one was called Tiny Room.
Tiny room, tiny room, tiny room.
One of the first tracks we ever wrote.
Yeah, it's an old one. That's an old one.
Sounds a lot more banging on our album, which you can check out on Apple Music, Spotify, and everywhere else.
Google Play.
Specialist, No Need to Explode.
Specialist, No Need to Explode. This is a song called Can't You Tell? Trying to see right through all the things that I do. Trying to get a good idea of what's right here in front of you. In front of you. Get to know by asking questions. Which direction is this headed? Like to know real soon. Like to know real soon.
I see you. You see me.
I see you. You see me. Now we know each other very well. Can't you tell? Can't you tell? Life is swell. Now we know each other very well. Can't you tell? Can't you tell? Life is swell. Somehow striving towards redemption. Disregard the contemplation. Thinking it through. Thinking of you. Try to catch my eye sometime. Taking big steps, walking right by. Hope to see you soon. I hope to see you soon.
See you. You
See me. I see you. You see me. Yeah. Now we know each other very well. Can't you tell? Can't you tell? Life is swell. Now we know each other very well. Can't you tell? Can't you tell? Life is swell. Ooh. Cool. This song is called Party Foul, and
It's our single.
it's our single. Yeah, we have a music video for it. So if you like music videos, check them out. Okay, Mikey. Okay, okay. I hear you. I see you. catch your glare, that look means trouble. Was really hoping not to see you here. Keep my distance, just enjoy my beer. Make your way towards me, you approach. It was in that moment that I lost hope. Conversation should not have been here. Keep my distance, just enjoy my beer.
She been falling for days, used to be covered in chains. Now she's tripping away for you to see. But if you open your mind, she gon' blow smoke in your eyes. Can't tell her which way to flow while she just chaining her stoves. And she's all on her own for you to see. But if you open your eyes, she gon' blow smoke in your eyes. But if you open your mind.
Sigh of relief, the sight of you. Maybe next time you could better think things through. Hopefully all my friends are still around here. Step outside, just enjoy my beer. And she been
Falling for days, used to be covered in chains. Now she's tripping away for you to see. But if you open your eyes, she gon' blow smoke in your mind. Tell her which way to flow while she just chaining her stove. And she's all on her own for you to see. But if you open your eyes, she gon' blow smoke in your mind. But if you open your mind. Tell her which way to flow while she just chaining her stove. And she's all on her own for you to see. But if you open your eyes, she gon' blow smoke in your eyes.
Thank you. We are specialists.
Thank you.
Specialists, thank you. Thank you guys very much.
All right, thanks so much for coming, guys. Where can we find your music?
You can find our music on Apple Music, Spotify, and pretty much every other major streaming site. And you can also check us out on Instagram at specialist.music. And from there, you'll be able to find the link that will show you where all our music is on every platform. So yeah,
All right,
there you go.
cool.
There you have it.
So make sure to also watch us and follow us at The Oval TV on Twitter and Instagram. And that's all for today. Thanks.
A love